Indie roguelike is a genre that keeps on growing in popularity, with titles like Hades, Cult of the Lamb and Slay the Spire. While some of these are getting or already have their sequels, other lesser known roguelikes may have escaped your attention, so here are 6 upcoming roguelikes you probably never heard of. Starting with Chickenauts. Abducted chickens see this farmer taking matters into his own hands and run, guns blazing, into a spaceship. With mutated hands, better armed than an American household, he fights his way through multiple layers, saving other villagers and transformed pop culture chickens. With simple shooting mechanics and a dodge roll, we weave our way through randomly generated rooms filled with keys to open chests for potions, upgrades and coins for the shop, while rare stations of a chicken scientist lets us enhance our allies' abilities with additional guns, exploding chiclets and more. On the path to each level's end boss, we pick up one more currency to enhance the protagonist's power at the farm, while a handful of weapon schematics allow us to greatly change our fighting style, with the fork being my favorite since I can now curse without risking censorship. With the boss fights turning into bullet hell extravaganzas, the free demo of the game already provides us with great replayability, seeing us look forward to the not yet known release date of Chickenauts and its challenging combat system. Oh, fork you! Next up is Grid and Valor 1949. The year is, you guessed it, 1949, and the war still hasn't ended due to technological advances of the Axis powers. Luckily our allies, the Resistance, managed to get their hands on those mech suits, and we are now fighting through roguelike maps in small encounters, managing a team of 3 pilots and a command vehicle which needs to be kept alive at all costs. Through the telegraphed approaches of enemy units, we guide our mechs into the right positions on the grid-based battlefield in a quick and unforgiving combat system. Each unit occupies one spot that defines one class type, each with the strength and weakness similar to rock, paper, scissors, seeing them deal more damage against specific units and take more from others. Next to the auto attacks of our units, each pilot has their own special ability, like a repairing arm or mines we can drop. Since the charges of these abilities as well as the health points of our units are kept through a mission, we need to empower them after each finished run with more gear and increase the pilot's power to go further the next time we venture out. Grid and Valor 1949 is set to release sometime in 2025 and has me as an Austrian excited to finally fight on the good side in the war. Right after that is Deck RX. Taking a seat in a high-energy race car, we drop on neatly stylized pixelated racetracks, taking turns with our enemies to utilize various cards for acceleration, braking and readying ourselves for a collision. Every racetrack is split into tiles we drive over, while only one racer can occupy a tile. With the different cards we can accelerate, moving more tiles in a turn, brake to reduce the speed for tight corners, or increase our strength to power up our offensive damage during a collision. This slamming into other cars happens once we end a turn with an opposing driver on the same tile, with the winner throwing the loser back to the next tile and damaging their hull. Once the hull takes enough damage, the car can explode, resulting in a disqualification as well as an obstacle on the track. Next to those enemy contacts, our health can further decrease by driving too quickly into a corner, with shields and evading maneuvers allowing us to negate the damage, while a drift sees us nullify the damage and negative effects as well. To arm ourselves with a larger variety of cards, each finished race lets us adjust our deck with more cards, the removal of unwanted ones and a short pit stop, refilling a bit of our lost health right before we start the engine on the new track. Deck RX has no release date set yet, but sees me riding the hype train on max speed. Next up is Deadlock Station, guiding a group of various soldiers through an alien-infested world with a train station as a base, allowing us to enhance our squad for upcoming auto-battling fights. With each character having health, armor and a special ability, we place our heroes on a grid-based battlefield, seeing them automatically attack their closest opponent, while we have full reign over their special skill and when to use it. With single target or AoE attacks as well as shield as special abilities, the available demo also gave us options to improve our characters during the run, with obtained gear, enhance them with implants for boosts and heal them outside of the rare sightings of a camp, since the health points transfer to the next battle, seeing us lose more heroes than the ending of Infinity War.
I don't feel so good.
Outside of the temporary enhancements during a run, we can empower our characters in the base, building up their armor, movement speed or melee damage to name a few examples, while other establishments let us spend various currencies to unlock more items we can obtain or general improvements to our squad. New biomes are being unlocked by fully exploring one particular area, seeing us do various quests with multiple options to presumably impact the story. Deadlock Station has no release date set yet, but lets every auto battling fan rejoice with anticipation for its release. Up next is Killbeat. Guided by a constant rhythmic beat, we run through procedurally generated sections, shooting strange creatures, trying to land every hit right on the beat, resulting in a higher damage output. Armed with various guns we randomly pick up, our character is further equipped with a dash, avoiding incoming damage or jumping over gaps to reach chests for more weapons or powerful upgrades, like a chill effect being placed on our enemies after each dash. For those who are not as musically inclined, Killbeat allows offbeat hits as well, and with the gainable resource shown directly below our character, they even count as on-beat hits, resulting in a better effect. With shops, random events and boss locations, all the usual roguelike tropes are being served, while the rhythm-heavy gameplay combines into a rewarding combat system, hearing all the shots being timed just right, resulting in powerful music scenes similar to Windows Media Player visualization. And if you know what I mean, you are old. Killbeat has no release date set yet, but got me hit the wishlist button right on the beat for more damage. Last but not least is Battle Tree. As a contestant on one explosive hack of a game show, we use cards to place tracks to guide our destructive and enhanceable train towards the health stations of our opponents, while special resources provide us with more options and cards each turn. With a constantly growing deck, we draw cards with various rail formations and a different crystal cost to set up a connected track to pass through more crystal deposits to use more cards in the following turn, coins to buy out the shop, building a more varied deck, and through the opposing life stations, which allow us to send out a train damaging our opponent. Once all the stations are cleared, we get to move along the currently linear path. However, the Roguelike map shows us more options for the full release. Even though the path in the demo is boringly linear, we still have to go clearly in front of our eyes, with a shop, multiple encounters and one elite battle awaiting us at the end of the line. Through the numerous track options, additional special cards to blow up our enemies' tracks, and by enhancing our train with more damaging features, we rush through the entertainingly narrated game called Battle Train! With no release date set yet, a simple click on the wishlist should be enough to reserve a seat on the anticipated arrival of the Battle Train. And these are 6 upcoming roguelikes you probably never heard of. Are you looking forward to one of them? Which other unknown roguelikes are you excited for? And what is the square root of 73? Let me know in the comments, and have a great day or evening.